Hi, Gary here from My Crimson Sky, and by now you should have heard that the COVID-19 vaccine from Astrazeneca has been put on hold because one patient has shown serious side effects, possibly from the vaccine.
The COVID-19 vaccine being done by Astrazeneca and Oxford University being put on hold due to what's being called, quote, a potentially unexplained illness in the United Kingdom. What do you make of that?
Yeah, so there's a single person in the trial that had a syndrome called transverse myelitis, which is inflammation of the spinal cord leading to a neurologic injury.
Thank you, Senator. The reason that we're investing not in one, but 6 different vaccines is because of the expectation that they won't all work, although it would be lovely if they did. To have a clinical hold, as has been placed on AstraZeneca as of yesterday because of a single serious adverse event, is not at all unprecedented. This certainly happens in any large-scale trial where you have tens of thousands of people invested in taking part, and some of them may get ill. And you always have to try to figure out, is that because of the vaccine, or were they going to get that illness anyway? And with an abundance of caution at a time like this, you put a clinical hold, you investigate carefully to see if anybody else who received that vaccine or any of the other vaccines might have had a similar finding of a spinal cord problem. So this ought to be reassuring to everybody listening. When we say we are going to focus first on safety and make no compromises, here is Exhibit A about how that is happening in practice.
Now, come on, surely the US government would never do anything that was detrimental to the public while still working for the best interests of their corporate overlords, would they?
The global race to secure a coronavirus vaccine, bringing the CEOs of pharmaceutical giants, including AstraZeneca, Moderna, and Pfizer, together. They're vowing to go through 3 phases of clinical trials before applying for regulatory vaccine approval, and promising to always make the safety and well-being of vaccinated individuals our top priority.
It's got to be done in a very short period of time. Could even have it during the month of October. Very safe and very effective, and it'll be delivered very soon. You could have a very big surprise coming up.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Okay, now, conspiracy theories to the side, we've all got to remember that signing a pledge is simply a gesture. The manufacturers, and remember, the doctors don't make the vaccines, the tablets, the cures. It's the big farmers that do it, the industries, the manufacturers do it. And signing a pledge is just a gesture because the manufacturers are not liable to any deaths or injuries caused by the vaccines, especially when the vaccines are produced during a pandemic. But I'll let you in on a secret. I actually did find research leading to a cure for all of this. I found it years ago, and I applied it, and it does work. The cure for all of this is simply turning off your TV. Try it. You will be amazed at the things you discover.
Whereas you can't rush science.
I thought I was in the majority, and especially with what I thought of America, I didn't think the statistics would show that so much of the American public was showing resistance to taking the COVID-19 vaccine when it comes out, because I have been resistant to it just because it's being rushed through so much. Like, yeah, they say that the side effects will be minimal, they're taking all the precautions to make sure it's safe, but come on, look at the time frame that they're working on.
Tuesday's pledge from drug makers comes as 65% of Americans who, according to a CBS News YouGov poll released Sunday, said they would be skeptical of a coronavirus vaccine if it was made available this year, over concerns it was rushed through without enough testing. The same poll found that just 21% of U.S. voters say they would get a vaccine as soon as possible if one became available at no cost. That's down from 32% in late July.
Okay, now I do agree that it is politically driven what Trump is doing, trying to bring the vaccine out before the election, because of course it's going to win him points. It's going to look pretty good for him if that does happen. But then you have the Democratic nominee Kamala Harris coming out and saying that if a good, effective and viable vaccine does come out during the Trump administration, she's not going to take it because she doesn't trust Trump. Trump told us to inject bleach into us, which, man, I hate it when I hear that because it's so technically wrong. And that, you know, get the facts right, don't twist what gets said. That really bothers me. But here she is saying, yes, trust the scientists, trust the figures, trust the data, but if it comes out, I'm not going to take it because Trump's got something to do with it. You know, you can't win. You just can't win with these people, but here she is anyway.
I will say that I would not trust Donald Trump, and it would have to be a credible source of information that talks about the efficacy and the reliability of whatever he's talking about. I will not take his word for it. He wants us to inject bleach. No, I will not take his word.
Full transparency on the vaccine. One of the problems with the way he's playing with politics is he said so many things that aren't true. I'm worried if we do have a really good vaccine, people are going to be reluctant to take it. And so he's undermining public confidence. But great God, we have it. If I could get a vaccine tomorrow, I'd do it. If it cost me the election, I'd do it. We need a vaccine, and we need it now.
Okay, my opinion is I think it's a good thing that they put this COVID vaccine trial on hold. I might be a little naive, you might have different opinions. If you do, please leave them in the comments below. Let's share some knowledge. You know, I'm learning as much as you. So that's it. Gary from My Crimson Sky signing off. Can't wait to hear from you.